What do you do when you have to sneeze in an on-camera interview? Well, that's when knowing how to hit the off-camera button comes in handy. Last year, about a month or so before the lockdowns, I'm in a Zoom meeting with a future client. He had reached out to me on LinkedIn about my online body language workshop. And we had a pretty good email back and forth, but this was going to be our first face-to-face meeting. But a few days before the meeting, he emails me to reschedule. He says he has a cold and could we push the meeting? I say no problem, and we push the meeting out. So now comes the day of our meeting. I hop into the Zoom call and he starts telling me about his company. And at this point, I am not the one who's doing the talking. I am listening as he tells me about his company and his challenges. And as I'm listening, my nose starts to itch unbearably. All I want to do is scratch it right off my face. But this new client wants to talk to me about body language. And I know that nose scratching is often perceived as a sign of dishonesty. So while I know not to touch my nose while I'm speaking, technically I'm not speaking, I'm listening. And still I'm tormented because I know from my own media trading that I shouldn't touch my face on camera. So I'm hoping the itch will pass. And at the same time, I'm thinking, why is my nose so itchy so suddenly? My nose usually isn't itchy. I don't have allergies. I don't have a cold. And I'm not lying. So what is my body trying to tell me? So now I'm listening intently as the man is talking. And I'm paying attention to how he's saying it. His voice is projecting enthusiasm and interest, but his eyes are cast downward. And I also know that that can happen a lot in Zoom meetings because many people have a hard time making eye contact with the camera. So I'm watching him intently, and my nose is just getting itchier and itchier. And I'm starting to wonder if something is wrong with this guy because my nose is screaming at me. Something isn't right. But at the same time, I'm getting good vibes. And finally, I'm at the point where I just can't take it anymore. My nose is so itchy. I am on the verge of crying. I am going to have to go off camera for a few seconds just to scratch my nose. And as I think that, the man goes, "Excuse me for a moment," and he face plants. He dives off camera. He actually goes underneath his desk, and I hear him sneezing like 8 times in a row, these huge, monster, ugly sneezes. And the whole time he's off camera sneezing, I'm so relieved. I think, oh, thank God, that was unbearable. And the second he started sneezing, guess what? I didn't need to scratch my nose anymore. My own intense itching stopped. And when the man comes up above the desk, he is sweaty. And I ask him, "Hey, are you okay?" And he says, "No, I have been trying to hold that in for 5 minutes now. I guess I'm not over my cold yet." And I said, "Listen, let's just end this discussion because I don't want to keep you any longer. You need to go home. You need to go to bed." So even online and even in Zoom meetings, we are way more in tune with people's body language than we might know. Learn to listen with your ears, but also with your eyes and your heart. Activate your curiosity. You may be surprised to learn that you have empathy skills you don't even know you have. And instead of diving underneath the table, maybe learn to hit that off camera button and then hit the mute button.